I was going to come back to my country. I told him that I'm not going back to my country. Okay, when you employed me, I was not in my country. You employed me when I was there, so you cannot tell me you want to send me back to my country. So I told him I'm not going back. Okay, if you want. Hi family, thank you so much for watching. So this is the part 3, okay, of me talking about my experience as a maid in an Arab country. So if you have not watched the part 1 and the part 2, just make sure you check it out, okay? So let me start by saying this, okay? You know that kind of situation where you go somewhere and somebody will pretend, okay? Then at the end now, when you can no longer pretend, then you start showing your true characters. I think that is a situation where I found myself in that house. One thing that these women don't realize out there is that, like how I used to take the kids to go and visit their friends and all that, okay? Because their friends are also having their own nannies and mates in the house like that. So most of the time when you go there, the other nannies will ask you, is your madam good? Is your madam good? Okay, even when I go out like that, people see me with the kids or people see me with them, they always ask me, is your madam good? Like that. So I always just say, yes, she's good, okay? So that's it. So let me talk about what was happening in that house, okay? Like I said, I was staying in a big house where it was 2 families, 2 brothers living together. The one that I was working with, the younger brother who was upstairs with the family, and the elder brother who was downstairs with the family. So the elder brother who was downstairs with the family had 3 kids and had 3 nannies, okay? And they had housemates also, okay? Why the one that was staying upstairs, which I was working for, he had 2 kids, 1 nanny which was me, and a housemaid which was me. So I was the one eventually doing everything, okay? So, and then also I was responsible for taking care of the whole upstairs and also the steps, okay? The stairs is so big, I don't know how to put it. I was the one taking care of the staircase from downstairs to upstairs. It was so big. The way I saw, like when my boss' parents come, or when the madam downstairs, when the parents come, okay, the relationship was like the way they were relating to their parents. It was so peaceful, so respectful, so quiet. But because my madam's parents, they were also staying there in the same country, okay, so we usually go and visit them. When we go and visit them, I don't know whether it's always a war between her and her parents or what. It would just be shouting. I mean, the worst thing was the kids were always there. That's one thing that it pains me so badly, because the girl child is just copying her. The girl child is just copying her. But the only weak point that the kids had is their father. Okay, like if they are doing something, when I tell them that don't do this and they keep doing it, I'll just tell them that, I'll tell Baba. Once you tell them that, you tell Baba, they will adjust. They don't just want to hear. They don't even want to hear you call their father name. Or if you just pick phone that you're calling their father, they adjust immediately. My boss, elder brother's wife downstairs, she was a very nice person in a sense that she always buy things for her workers. Okay, she will buy things and give it to them to send to their countries, okay? She always give them money, and she also always give me money also. And then she's that kind of person who called me and told me like, oh, make sure you feel free. If you want to take anything from here, you can take, okay? Because both families had their own separate kitchen for the kids. There were so many things downstairs for the kids, same as there were so many things upstairs for the kids up. But the woman downstairs told me I should feel free. I can get anything that I want, anytime that I want, okay? I should feel free. But I've never saw one time my own told the other people downstairs like they are free to get anything that they want from the kids' kitchen. I never saw that. Like I said before, my boss is a very, very nice person, okay? He's a very nice person. Even his parents are so nice, okay? I even heard that like when they came, somebody told me like my boss mother asked that why is it that they cannot employ another person. Like it looks like the workload is too much for me. They told me that my madam told her that she does not like too many maids around like that. All the guest rooms were upstairs, okay? Let me say there is a guest in the house, so I'm the one who is going to take care of the guests. Like I will be in charge of the washing of the clothes, the ironing, and the bathroom. So because my boss' parents usually come, even the people downstairs, they may have guests who will come and stay for some time. Even his sisters also, like the last time they came with 3 children from America, like that. So do you imagine, I was the one in charge of their washing and everything. I was the one. So just imagine the shot. So this is what finally happened, okay? That I just told myself I cannot take it anymore. First of all, I was there for like 7 months before this, my madam, she started showing me her real characters. So when she started showing me her true characters, that's when people started telling me what have been happening between her and the previous workers. Okay, so this is what happened. She changed the way the kids were relating to me, okay? Like if I would tell the kids do like this, okay, then the kids would tell her I told them to do like this, okay? So she would tell them like, ask mama first, ask mama first. So she was making them know that I should not tell them anything to do. So that's one thing she was making them to know. Like I don't have the right to tell them anything to do. Or let's say that the kid do something, okay, then I discipline them. Then they go and tell her. She will come and tell me, please don't do like this. And she will make like that, you see. But at first, that is not the kind of attitude that she had. And then now she started with the issue of shouting. She got up one time and shouted over nothing, over useless thing, okay? I'm like, what is this? I took it and I said, okay. The second time again, she did it. I'm like, what is this? So I went and I told my boss that this is what happened. And no, I told him I want to talk to you. And she said, okay, when I'll come back, I'll give you time to talk to me. So he took me to a private room and then we sat down and talked, okay? So I told him, this is what happened. And if it happened again, I'm sorry, I cannot take it. So he told me, why don't you talk to her? Talk to her, okay? So, okay, I took it now. The next day, I talked to her. Okay, people, so when I told her that, okay, this is what you did and I don't like this habit, she told me, oh, I'm so sorry, it's because I'm having stress, you know, blah, 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 blah. And she told me she's sorry, she hugged me, she kissed me, and she gave me some things, apologizing like that I should send to my family. That's the first time, okay? The madam downstairs is always giving things to her workers to send to their family. But that was the first time she ever pick up something and give it to me that, okay, you can send home, okay? So when I told her she apologized, she kissed me, okay, I forgive her. Then after some time again, she did the same thing, okay? Then when we went to the supermarket to buy things, as we were buying the things, you know, the boys that are packaging the things are there, okay? Like some 2 boys were standing there, they are the ones like packaging the things, okay? She came and she told me that I should be the one to be packaging them. Then the boy told me, no, allow it, I'll be packaging. Then she came and she shouted, it is your job to do it. Why are you not packaging it? Okay, so she shouted like that and then she left and the 2 boys started discussing it, and then they called the other workers who were in the supermarket and they were pointing at her and telling her that and they were saying that she's shouting at me. You see that they were talking and laughing, you see, and they were looking at me and they were feeling pity for me. You know, that is your worst thing in life, when people look at you and pity you. By the way, how much was even the salary that this woman, she just felt that, you know, because she was paying you, so you have to be her slave, okay? How much was even the salary? Chicken change. That was not even all. The worst one was when we were in the house, okay? She shouted and even people downstairs came and asked me like, why was she shouting at me like that? So I saw now that, okay, she has taken, that is her true characters that she is showing it to me now, okay? So, and then now, I just said, okay, let me digest it. The last one now that I could not take it, she locked her room, then kept the key, okay, in the kids' kitchen where they put the kids' snacks and fridge and all that. So I don't know where she kept it. She was looking for it, she could not find, okay? So she just scattered everything because this kid, they have too much. She just scattered everything. Then she called me, look for my key. I asked her, where did you keep it? I kept it there, look for it there. I'm looking for the key. Then she was just taking things and scattering them, cutting things and just scattering them. Then after now, she remembered where she kept the key now. She took it, then she told me, I found it. Gather all these things, make sure you arrange these things. You know that kind of way. Oh, Jimmy, arrange all these things, gather it. The kid, wonderful. I look like, I say, what is this? But as she shouted like that and she left, I just pick up the phone and I text my boss. I told him, you see, as I'm texting you like this, I'm done, okay? I want my passport, because once they do visa for you and everything, they take your passport and they keep. I told him I need my passport, okay? Because I see that your wife is up to something else. I want my passport. So when I told him like that, he came back in the night. I heard them having some argument. So it shows now that he told her, okay, it's fine. I said I want to go, I will go. So she got up the next morning. Now she wrote a long list. She wrote a long list of things that I should do. She wrote there that I should clean all the guest room, clean all the bathroom, because all the guest rooms were upstairs. I should clean it all, clean all the bathroom, clean this one, do this one. So she left me like 100 long line of work that I should do. I look at her and I laugh. I look at her and I laugh. I took my phone, I text my boss, I told him that day, I need my passport because I'm done. Whether you do what, or you go up or you come down, or I'm not staying here, and whatever wants to happen should happen. So that was it. So that is how I took it, and okay, and he agreed, and he told me that okay, he's going to give me my passport. They are going to process to cancel my visa and all that, you see. So now the office that is in charge of the workers in the house, so they contacted me and they started telling me about the process. They told me that I was going to come back to my country. I told him that I'm not going back to my country, okay? When you employed me, I was not in my country. You employed me when I was there. So you cannot tell me you want to send me back to my country. So I told him I'm not going back, okay? If you want, let me go for visa change. Like, let me go to the nearest country and come back, because that is what everybody does, okay? But what they wanted to do, they wanted to send me back home. So I refused. So I told him like that. They had no choice, okay? They just had to accept what I wanted. So they said, okay, they were going to do the visa change for me. So they did not know how to go about it. So I had to, the person that did my visa for me to come, okay? So I had to contact the person. So the person told them the price, okay? So told them the price that they should pay him, then he was going to do the visa change for me. So they had to pay him. So it came to a point where they had no choice, okay? So whatever I had to tell them to do, they just had to do. But I just thank God that my boss is a very nice person, okay? Because if it was left for that his wife, that his attitude wife, I know she could have put it that she will put me a ban or something, because outside there, when you don't finish your contract, they are going to put you a ban, okay? So my boss did not put me any ban. So he gave me some little amount of money that could survive me, and then he told me, okay, did the visa and everything. So now I left the house, then I went for visa change, and then I came back, okay? So story of my life. So people, thank you so much for watching, okay? So I've come to the end of this video. Please feel free to comment, join my YouTube family by subscribing down below. I appreciate you so much for watching, okay? God bless you, okay? Bye.